Assisi, Assisi, land of endless beauty, seat of sound propriety, where are your sons and daughters, fountain of joy and harmony, pleadings of prayers for piety, they are there, they are there.
What do you think people who come to see the musical will take away from it?
Well, they will take away a story which actually is kind of, lives on, and I mean it's unique because a lot of people have their story to tell. Like I have a story of my own, and I wish I could be telling my story, but I know it will come down generations later, and that is what Francis of Assisi is all about. His story is still told generations later, and for years to come it will live on, and that's what I take, and I'm sure people who come to the play will take a story that is unique. It is so edifying and encouraging.
Do you think it's still relevant to people today?
Absolutely, because the world's definitely going through a lot of turmoil, people wondering how they can be of service to others, and I think Francis of Assisi is a strong follower of Jesus Christ, where he has picked up a lot of good things that he's been taught and he's put it into practice, and that is what people try to do these days, and it's not easy.
I wrote most of the songs from the musical. I met John in '09, sort of like John Lee, the co-director, who's co-directing with me. It's sort of like a chance event, although I think God put it together. And yeah, one thing led to another, and I started composing songs for this musical. So I think I wrote about around 15 or 16 songs for it. And yes, I'm also playing Francis in the musical in some of the shows, and Father Aurelio would be playing Francis in the other shows.
We have food, we have drink in abundance, and laden it, we don't care a stitch. All we know is this, we are rich, we are rich, we are rich, we are rich.
I think the beautiful thing about this play, this story, which I could also relate to, is about really finding your call and your mission, what God really wants you to do, and playing the role of Saint Clare for me is such an honor because it speaks about really defying the norms and the society, just to really follow God and what God wants her to do, which is to really serve the poor. So as a young rich kid from a royal family, that's actually a very big thing, but she was so brave enough at her age to do such. So she's an inspiration, so I'm also inspired at the same time doing her role.
All creation sing, sing, sing. All creation sing, sing, sing,
It's totally different. When I tell my friends who aren't at all religious in any sense or even atheistic, like I tell them it's kind of like Jesus Christ Superstar in a way, and it is in a way. It's a really approachable religious theme that they're talking about, but it's also extremely confronting, and I'm sure many people will be very surprised by the production. It's not afraid to be upfront about the message trying to tell the modern world. However, why they should see it, looking away from like all the moral implications and teachings it's giving, it's just got great music, and like it's been written so well, so succinctly, and Francis has such an interesting life. I love the song. It's like 17 originals or something like that. Man of Assisi, we're going to send to Assisi in Italy to see if they like the song, show up in ads for like Flight Centre. But yeah, I'm loving it. They should see it. We're all so energetic. We always pray before rehearsal. We all want to give our best, and the costumes are looking great, and the backing tracks are really well done. They've been improved over time. So yeah, I've run out of dot points, so I guess I'll have to.
The streets go on, a public shore goes on. Nothing on earth can silence voice nor ear. When flocks and birds on branches far near. Hero creation near.
Do you think it will appeal to other young people?
The music, yeah, because it's got some electric guitar. And yes, the playing, because it's quite a young cast. It's different to the other musicals. Like it's a bit more pop than anything.
What do you think people will take away from the Francis of Assisi musical?
Well, I hope they'll take away the message of humility, that there's so much pride in the world today, and everyone is self-seeking and self-serving. So if they see the show, enjoy the show, and get the message that will seep through the show. And the message is, we got to think of our neighbors, we got to think of our brothers, sisters, and brothers and sisters are of any race, any religion, any calling. So that's what I hope, that people will leave the show a humbler and a better person.